today we are going to be talking about when to restart a project and when not to restart a project. Okay, so if you are making a bracelet and you made a mistake, which part of that project, like which type of mistake do you think it's okay for you to like start over, or it's okay for you not to start over? So that is what this video is all about. So the first of all thing here is time to restart. So number one is the structure of the bag. If that was not what you intended doing, if that was not what your customer asked you to do, you can restart that. And when we talk about the structure, what are we talking about? We've explained all of that in our previous videos. Okay, so even this bracelet that I'm wearing, you could restart it too if that is not the structure you want. Okay, when you make a different structure from the one you want, you could restart it. For example, if I wanted this toy to be here and to be like this, then it is like this, I might have to just remove it and put it back. That is just like restarting it. Okay, so number two is pattern mistake. If you are making the pattern we talked about the last time and you see that it is not giving you the shape you want to make, you can restart that. You already had a shape in mind, you've already drawn what you wanted, you've designed it, okay, and it is not giving you that pattern is not coming out, you are not seeing it. You can restart that and try again until it gives you what you want. Okay, how about when the first pattern is perfect and the second is not perfect? What do? You just have to like remove everything that concerns the second pattern and you try again. Sometimes if I'm making a pattern bag and the first one is perfect, is correct, the second one, the only mistake is maybe I'm combining three colors, and instead of me to put blue, I put yellow, which I was supposed to put after blue. That might just be the mistake, and if I do not watch well, I might continue like that until maybe after 10 rows I'm coming back to check, then I'll see it. I have to remove everything down to that place. Like I told you in our previous videos that if you make mistake at line 7 and you've already reached line 10, you have to remove 9, 8 down to 7 to correct that mistake. That is what I told you. I hope you can still remember. So that is just it. You are not removing entirely everything, you are just removing the ones that leads to that place you had the mistake. Okay, so wrong sizing is also another reason why you should restart. I told you just now that if I wanted my labubu accessories to be like this and it is like this, I might have to restart it. Restarting it means fixing it before adding the remaining bead. Okay, so that is the same thing as wrong sizing. If I know that this bead is not going to size who I'm making it for, it is not the correct measurement, and I was already knotting it, what I just have to do is just like untie it, put the remaining bits that could give me the perfect size, and that is just it. Okay, but if you are making a bracelet and you make a mistake at the beginning, bracelet is little, you could just restart it. If the bracelet is like 3 colors and yellow was supposed to start and you use blue, you could just restart it. It is not even difficult to restart bracelets compared to bags and others. So that is where the problem literally is. Okay, so I've told you that in our previous video, I told you that if you are beading your bags, that you should cultivate the habit of pausing to check what you've done already. For instance, if you are beading a bag that might be 50 lines, you could tell yourself that after every 10 lines, you would go back and check what you've done. So by so doing, if you make a mistake at line 8, it could be better for you to like quickly remove the ones that you are supposed to remove down to that line 8 and fix it. But if you are not pausing to check what you've been doing and you've beaded everything down to line 50, imagine the troubles it could cost you. So if you are building a bag that is going to be like size, let's say the size is going to be 10, like 10 cm, like you use your ruler to measure or your tape. So you have to like tell yourself that if I reach this place, I'll assess it. If I reach this place, I'll assess. If I reach this place, I'll assess. That is what I do, and that is what I think you should do too, because it is going to help you. So we also have this part is the time that you don't need to like restart. Okay, there are some times that when I am knotting on a bag, there's a little mistake one used to make there. It's only somebody that is a pro that might notice that. Sometimes you might not even notice it until you are done with the bag entirely, because the mistake is always small. When we start making bags, you are going to see it. So I think one should ignore those types of error. Okay, not, oh, you finish the bag, you are now crying, I need to restart this bag, I need to fix that little error. No, I think you should just let go. Then next time when you are bidding, you put it at the back of your mind that after nothing, you have to check. It is just a little mistake you make with your rope when you are knotting, that the rope just gets to knot. When I cannot explain that to you right now, but when we are making a bag, you are going to see it. So most of the time, it is when you are done with the bag, when you are even packaging it for the owner, that is when you are going to notice such mistake. I don't think you should restart that bag. You should just, many people won't notice it. It's gonna be only you or professionals like you that are going to notice that. So I don't think you should restart that one. Okay, number 2 is, okay, remember previously we talked about tension. If you can fix your tension without having to remove everything, then there is no need to restart. Okay, if you want to fix your tension without removing everything, that has to do with when you are still matting, or maybe when you are not matting again, but you are in line, just like you are not too far, you can fix your tension without having to remove everything. So when we are making bags, you are going to see that, like I said, this introduction, this theory is mainly for bags, because bracelets are just like little things you might just say, oh, let me just quickly remove it. But for bags, it might cost you your time, your energy to remove, and then you are fixing again. But there are some bracelets that you have to make, like when you are using the sand bead or you are doing the wiring work, that you might have to be careful about, or you might have to like treat as if you are making bags. Okay, so the last one here is learning value. Yes, I have a lot of work I don't want to like restart, because I'm keeping them there as a learning value. I even have bags, I have pots, trust me, they are just there for me to learn from. Okay, those bags, they were not, I don't think any of them was for a customer. And even if it was for a customer, I would buy bits and make and restart another project, but I'll make sure I keep that particular one so that I can learn from. So it could serve as learning value if you don't scatter everything. So let me tell you a quick story. There was a time that I was making a bag and I made a mistake. The bag is supposed to be, maybe I've sold that bag. Yes, I've sold it. I made a mistake, and I was contemplating, should I remove it? Maybe I shouldn't. People might know. But then I decided to remove everything. I was already at line 15 and I made mistake at line 7. I decided to, and it cost me a whole lot, because the pattern I was using for that bag, it was ethic. it cost me a whole lot. So before you restart that project, ask yourself, is it something I can easily ignore? And guess what? After restarting that, after removing everything, I regretted it. I really did regret it because it was just a minor something. It was just something that nobody could have seen. It was just something that when I'm fixing the hand of that bag, it could have perfectly covered that place, or I could have fixed a hand that would suit it instead of fixing what I had in mind. But I was too fast to restart that project, and it really did cost me a whole lot. And sometimes restarting project is not like removing it line by line. You will look for a place to put your scissors, then no, that could destroy a whole lot. If you know you are not removing everything just as you just the sequence you arranged it, it might be too much for you to handle. You understand what I'm trying to say? So like I said, I regretted that. It pained me for a long time, but the bag was here, and after some couple of months I sold it out. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, restarting this thing, is it worth it? Is it something I should do, or should I just ignore, or is it something I can use another design to patch? Is it something I can just use a different hand from what I had in mind to cover? So ask yourself those questions. And restarting is not failure. You are not failing, okay? It's a strategy. It is something that you would learn from. You can see I've just shared my own story with you. So that is just it. Okay? So you don't have to feel bad about restarting. You don't have to feel bad about mistakes. I told you the other day that mistake means progress. It is somebody who is progressing in life that would make mistakes. All you need to do is not to dwell on those mistakes. You just have to pick yourself up again, dust yourself, and you're good to go again. So that is all for this particular video. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time seeing this channel, coming across this channel, please subscribe. Please drop a comment, drop your thought, drop anything. And don't forget to hit the like button for more videos like this. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.